Oh boy! Hello, everybody. Welcome to a live special edition of the Aspieman. I apologize about my webcam being a little bit shaky. If it is shaky, I'm kind of looking at myself right now because I'm using my phone as my webcam. So there's a little bit of delay, and it's kind of like backwards almost. Either way, welcome, bienvenue, welcome. This is my new episode, which I'm going to start the actual podcast recording shortly. So you guys get this special, what's the word? You get the special kind of preview, if you will. You get this little live piece that's going on, and you get the video. Whereas the podcast listeners don't hear this part. They just hear from the moment I hit record, which I will be doing shortly. But before I do that, I I had to go at doing this a cappella song, a cover of Louis Capaldi's "Someone to Love," and I can't put it on my SoundCloud because I gotta like repay for that and change it around and stuff, and it's too difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that for you now through my streaming software, and you'll be able to hear it in good audio quality and in real time. So rather than playing it through the speakers and you're just hearing like a little tinny sound, you're going to hear the whole thing. So this is my a cappella version of Someone You Loved. So enjoy. I think you guys can hear. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, that's good. So enjoy. This is my cover of Louis Capaldi's "Someone You Love." I'm going under and this time feels no one to save me. Oh. This all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. Yeah, I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numb all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pull the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to turn to. Ooh. This all or nothing way of loving got me sleeping without you. Yeah, I need somebody to know, somebody to heal, somebody to have, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you help me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pull the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. And I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in yourself till you come back around. But now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pull the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. Let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. Yeah. So that was my cover, if you will, of Blues Capaldi's Someone to Love, a cappella version, inspired by Pentatonics. So anyway, what's coming up next is gonna be my Funny Friday first episode of an all new thing. Usually on Wednesdays, I would tend to do. I was double checking there just to make sure it's a Friday. It is a Friday. Usually on Wednesdays, I do stories about me. I didn't do one this week. So I'm going to do stories about me next week or the week after, or maybe even after this weekend. I don't know. I'll get around to it. I've just had a few things going on. From Monday, I'm going to be unavailable for a few days or so. So there won't be much podcasting next week. But the week after, there'll be some stuff. Yeah. So anyway, let's get the actual episode recording now, and then see where it goes. Let's see where we go with this. So this is Funny Friday. Oh, and here's the thing, just for you guys, that my accent is gonna change to my normal accent. That's right. For the first time ever, you're gonna hear the Aspieman with his normal voice, because you'll find out why when I start to record the episode. So anyway, let's get on with the show. Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Aspieman podcast. Now, have I got a treat for you? So, firstly, apologies about Stories About Me, episode 4. Is it episode 4? Yeah. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, because I've been preoccupied with some other things. However, today is the beginning of a very new episode series called Funny Fridays. Because I don't know if I made this aware to you guys, but I'm an aspiring stand-up comedian. So what that means for me is that I'm trying to get into stand-up comedy. I want to be a comedian. I recently attended my first ever open mic night at the Frog and Bucket in Manchester, which was streamed live. I got gonged off like 3 minutes and 30 seconds in, because you get 5 minutes. But I kind of like lost my bottle. I forgot some of my material, and well, I do apologize. I lost some of my material, and I just completely had a brain fart. So next time I go on, I'm gonna have a better idea of what I'm gonna be saying. So some of the material I did there, I'm gonna share with you here, as well as some new stuff I wrote down. Yeah. So anyway, welcome to the first ever episode of Funny Fridays. This is also a YouTube special too. So if you want to watch this, as well as a little special intro, then feel free to go over to my YouTube channel over at the Aspieman, and you can catch this on there too. So let's get on with the show, and I'm gonna start dishing out some of my material and sharing it with you, and it's gonna be in my real voice for the first time ever you guys are going to hear my real voice. So, without further ado, drum roll, if you please. This is my actual voice, what I sound like. Because as I said, I'm from Manchester. So let's just get right into the crack with the funny stuff, right into the crack with the jokes. So yeah, any feedback is more than welcome. If you like what you hear, if you like the idea of Funny Fridays, then if you're watching this on YouTube, then leave a comment below, give us a like, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. And if you're coming across this on YouTube, then go ahead and follow my podcast, which is over on Podbean. It's on Spotify, Google Podcasts. It's on most major platforms, Apple Podcasts even. So yeah, go. Your support is greatly appreciated. So here we go. I'm going to start giving you my material now. Right. So because I was at the Frog and Bucket, I think I mentioned that I was at the Frog and Bucket. Got gonged off after a few minutes, and yeah, and I just like I said, I had a brain fart, but now I've got a chance to kind of really work through my material and get some feedback and find out what's what, and let's just have a laugh, really. Yeah, because with this whole lockdown, hopefully that's now coming to an end. You know, we need to have a laugh. We need to be able to have humour as our support, if you know what I mean. Stop us all going insane. So yeah, I've been noticing a lot on Facebook. I've seen a lot of these girls who have been struggling with lockdown, and so they started doing these weird like posts of 3 years ago then and 3 years now, and how much time's changed, how they've changed over the years. And I said no. I'm like no. It's more like how much technology of makeup has changed over the years, not how much you've changed. You know, it's not them. They've not changed. It's the crap they're putting all over the face that's changed, that's made them look more attractive. A mate of mine used to be a security guard and a lifeguard. And sometimes if he was tired, he'd get the two mixed up. You know, I mean, he got to the point where he'd be taking his shirt off, trying to give mouth to mouth to a robber, and jumping in a swimming pool and trying to batter a drowning child for grabbing a foam noodle. My ex-girlfriend, God, living with her was a nightmare. Every time I'd come in from the shop, I'd just hear from upstairs, like, "Where have you been?" I've been to the shop. Why? Oh, I hope you got me something. Did you get me something nice? You better have done. Honestly, it's a complete bitchy mood. But I've got a secret I'm going to share with you to deal with these bitchy moods. Right? It's called the chocolate bar. Honestly, if you have a chocolate bar and you whip it out in front of her face, something magic will happen, because that mood swing that she was in will just disappear. She'll transform into a completely different person, because she'll look at the chocolate bar and she'll be like, "Oh, is that for me?" Instant personality change. Honestly, never mind the power of love. Oh no, get that well gone. Power of love, no. The power of Mars bar, that's what it is. The power of Snickers, the power of Kit Kat, the power of chocolate. That's what really works. It completely transforms them. I mean, I must admit the chocolate bar was technically for me, but sacrifices had to be made. You know, and then I could ask, "What's for tea, love?" And then she'd be going straight back to being bitchy again. "What's for tea? What's for tea? I'll tell you what's for tea. Shit with sugar on." Oh, women, eh? Oh, I've started doing a lot of shopping at Aldi lately. because it's in this time, it's with this pandemic, it's been more affordable for most. But Aldi is a nightmare. It is an absolute nightmare shopping in Aldi, and those who know what I'm on about. The checkouts for one. Oh, don't even get me started on the checkouts. You put all your stuff on this deceptive mile-long conveyor belt. You know, come on, love, fetch the trolley over. Got loads of them on here. You know, you're just getting everything packed on this conveyor belt. And then you get to the other end, and you get this tiny little area, and you think, shit. And the guy's looking at you from behind the checkout with the utmost evil and hatred in his eyes that I've ever seen in my life. And that you start scanning stuff before you've even had a chance to pack it. And he's launching it off the end. He's like, beep, 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 beep. I've not got time to catch anything or put it in my basket or in my trolley or nothing. And to make things worse, when he asks if you want a bag, well, he doesn't ask if you want a bag. You have to kind of get your own bag. And they're underneath the bleeding conveyor belt. So you've got to weed through other people and grab some that are overpriced and ridiculous, and then run back to the rest of your shopping trying to catch it before it's getting flung off the end. I mean, there was a guy on the other checkout, right? He was having a competition with the guy, you know, like matching his pace and packing it. He was on point. He was doing really well. And I'll tell you now, I mean, it should be an Olympic sport or a challenge on the cube. I mean, this guy was like, he could have been a contestant for the cube. But the other thing about Aldi, right, it's one of the only places in the world, right, where behind the deceptive food aisles, you've got this tat that you don't need. You know, I mean, I've gone into Aldi for a loaf and a pint of milk, and I've come out with a rubber dinghy and an inflatable airbed. What's that about? It's like a shit version of Costco, basically. Hey, lockdown isn't the only thing affecting us normal folk. Voyeurs, they're having a shite time in lockdown. Because the only thing they're able to watch is the telly. And the most excitement in my day so far is going to the shop or the chemist. And if it's both done at once, then it's a bit of an adventure, really. Proper exciting. I've been playing the saxophone lately. You know, I can play Careless Whisper. Speaking of which, why does he call it Careless Whisper? Why did George Michael call that song Careless Whisper? I mean, did he try and whisper and he was like, oh how careless of me. My best mate in the entire world is a female. And she's a good-looking lass, to be fair. So I get a lot of these other guys on her profile on her Facebook that look at me like I'm the Pied Piper of Hamelin, because they seem to worship the privileges that I've got, such as being able to visit a house and sit and have a cup of tea with her or something, and actually have a conversation with her that lasts longer than 5 minutes. They're like, how do you do this? Teach me your ways. Like there's nothing to teach, mate. I'm just a friend. Like, do one. You know, they act like zombies, all these guys on a profile. They're like zombies, but rather than munching for brains, they're like, date, marriage, date me. Oh, it's ridiculous. And then you've got a bunch of these, like, random Indian guys who are clearly fake profiles, and they're messaging her and commenting stuff like, oh, manage me, please. Give me marriage, beautiful lady. You know, it's ridiculous. But what makes me laugh, right, is what if there's someone out there that actually would say yes to one of these people? Can you imagine on the other end, this Indian guy getting dead excited and going off to his mate? He's like, Sanjay, you won't believe it. She's actually wanting me to come out to UK. She's wanting me to get married and everything. Sanjay, I'm going to be happy, man. Oh, you know, I get my visa finally. It must be like the version of the lottery, winning the lottery over there for them. Oh. And what if somewhere, you know, there's some Nigerian prince that has actually paid someone $1 million? Good evening, madam. I am going to give to you $1 million. And because it is a lot of money. Oh. My birthday wasn't that long ago. I'm 30 this year, but I was 29 on Halloween. And unfortunately, my birthday fell on lockdown with the pandemic, and it was one of the most weirdest birthdays I've ever had. It's literally the first time in my life where the scariest thing I've done on Halloween is knock on someone's door without wearing a mask. And, those that would answer the door, it was the first time ever that I was given hand sanitizer instead of candy. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I even coughed as well for added fright. Yeah, proper scary, that stuff. Oh. And do you remember, I don't know if anyone went to the similar schools I went to when I was a kid, but I can remember getting shouted at as a kid, and you used to cry if it was a dead scary teacher. And whereas when you were grown up and you get told off in work, you just do a walkout or you just tell them to piss off. Can you imagine if they swapped roles? So can you imagine if you're getting told off in work and you start crying, or you're getting shouted at in school, you tell the teacher to do one. You just do a walkout or something and go into your local pub and try and get served. Oh, what are you doing in here? You're too young to be in here. Oh, I've just told me teacher to do one because he shouted at me. Oh, sounds like an hard life, that, mate. What happened? I won't do my homework, so he shouted at me. So I told him do one. I'm going to call him a knobhead. I'm not going in there again. I hate that school. It's crap. Proper crap. Oh, that's terrible. Well, there you go. Have a pint. It's water, but yeah. Oh. But then it's like if you're grown up as well, if you're an adult, and you get told off by your boss for being late, or you're lacking performance, or whatever reason they pull you in for, and they have a go at you, and you start crying. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. You can imagine that. You go crying off to your mum. Oh, my boss shouted at me. And the next thing, your mum's having a go at you on top of that as well. You should have paid more attention. You should have gone to work on time then, shouldn't you? You get a clip round the ear off your mum. Oh, no pub for you. Blimey. Anyway, I know this is a short one, because I did say that, this is just some of my comedy material which I've been sharing with some of you. So let me know what your feedback is. And for those of you who've heard my real voice for the first time, then let me know what you think. Should I carry on the Aspieman podcast using my own voice, or should I just save this for Funny Fridays? Let me know. Now, going back to closing this thing off. So, thank you very much for watching the Aspieman podcast. If you've been watching the Aspieman podcast while it's on YouTube, let me know what you think. Comment below. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe if you want to see more. And click that bell for future notifications. And, yeah. Get in touch with the show. I'm on Instagram. And I'm on Facebook under the same name, The Aspieman. So, thank you very much for watching and listening. And I will see you in the next one. Stay safe and take care. Okay, so now that's the podcast episode finished recording. Again, I just want to say to you guys who've been watching me, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I've been the Aspieman, and you've been brilliant. Take care now. Bye-bye then.